So now let's get started with creating a source and a target, right? So my replication instance is ready. Okay, so now we're gonna head over to the endpoints. So over here, click on the create endpoint and click on source, click on RDMS, and then click your cluster, and then click on, let me zoom in also so you guys can see. And then basically come here and click on provide access manually, okay? Information manually. Type in the password, that is admin12345, the database name as EDW, and then come here. Now, basically we gotta test the connection. If this worked, then you're all set with the project. And if it didn't work for you, probably there is a setting that you are missing, which I'll cover shortly. So let's wait, for this test to complete. And you can see the test has been successful. Now, if this didn't work for you, I'll tell you what you need to do to fix this, okay? So if this didn't work for you, okay, here is what we gotta do. Come to the replication instance. Make sure, again, I repeat, make sure the VPC is the VPC where your RDS is, okay? If it is not, you won't be able to connect. You'll get a connection or login timeout. Also make sure public is set to yes. This is very, very important. All right, so we have a source. Now we gotta do a target. So I'm gonna go to the endpoints. Click on here, click on target. Now we'll call, target S3. We'll put a Amazon S3. Now the bucket arm, what we gotta do is we gotta go to IAM. I'll show you how to do that. You can go to the roles, then click on create roles, and then here search for DMS, and then just give, once you select that, click next. DMS, let me select that one. And then here, make sure you give S3 full access, okay, and give it some name. Once you do that, copy the ARN. I've already done that. So if you see in my snippet, I have an ARN that I'm gonna use, okay? So I'm gonna come here back. So again, just repeating the steps. Target, okay? Select, give it a name. Select your target at S3. On, put your on here. Now bucket name. Remember we create that bucket for the DMS, right? So which will, for my video, this will be SQL Server DMS demo. So put this one here. The folder would be raw. This is important as well. And rest everything can be to default. And then you wanna click on run test. You wanna make sure that the test was successful, right? And then you wanna click on create endpoint. So first wait for this to complete. This is important, okay? So I'm gonna wait for this to complete. Hopefully I should get a success. Again, if your source failed, make sure the VPC, you are in the same VPC as your database is in. Make sure the public access is set to true. And even if that doesn't work, then make sure in your security group, your inbound rules, you are allowing the traffic is basically what I wanted to say. So yeah, so let's wait for the target S3 to create. Hopefully it should work. No, it's pretty straight. Yeah, successful. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so we have a source, we have a target. Pretty great. Now it's a piece of cake. Before we do the database migration task, what we gotta do is click on your target S3, and I'll tell you what you gotta do. One sec. Modify. Okay, you see this settings over here? I'll tell you why. So last night while I was doing it, I made all that stuff, and then when the data was coming into S3, the names were not there. I'm like, then I actually asked one of the friends in the Slack community, and he said, "Oh, you're missing a setting." So I'll show you. So here you wanna put column. You wanna have the column names, right? When in S3. So I'll show you. One sec. Add column name as true. So you wanna add this option over here. Add column name. True. This is important, okay? Otherwise, when the data is dumped on S3, you wouldn't see the column name, which is again sort of a problem because then you gotta do other stuff, right? So again, you have a source, you have a target, you have a replication instance, and now I'm gonna do a task. Task is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna say task move data. You guys can see, right, the font size. Yeah, the replication instance, select that source, select the target. Okay, here I'm just gonna leave everything as to default, and then here I'm gonna come to the table mappings, click on add, click on schema, and again, we are inside EDW DBO underscore invoice, right? So we gotta tell that, right? So DBO, wait, is that DBO? Oh no. Yeah. DBO, that's right. I was like, and then the table that we are interested in is it invoice or invoice? Let me make sure I have the right spelling. Invoice, that's fine. All right, so that's that. Then come on the bottom section. Review one thing. I just want to review one thing. So that would be here. Migrate existing data and replicate ongoing changes, or replicate ongoing changes only. I want to do ongoing changes moving forward, which means anything happens from this point onwards, I want to capture that. So I'm going to click on that. Come on the bottom section and click on create task. You are 95% done at this point. So this can take up to 5 to 10 minutes to create, and then we're gonna insert certain sample data points into my SQL Server table, and then what we should see is this update insert being captured here, and then eventually the goal is to see those in the folder called raw. That is sort of the end goal over here. So let's see. Again, this is gonna take a while, so I'll pause the video here and then just resume once this is ready, okay?